Capitalism, the economic system of choice, thrives on decentralized resource allocation. Like a bustling marketplace, individuals and businesses interact freely, making decisions based on their own interests. The system allows the flow of resources, from producers to consumers, responding to demand and supply. Competition fosters innovation and efficiency, as everyone strives to satisfy desires and create value. In this ecosystem, prices act as signals, guiding allocation and distribution without the need for central control. Capitalism empowers individual initiative where failure and success are outcomes determined by individual effort or an effort, reflecting the dynamic nature of decentralized resource allocation. Capitalism, the engine of innovation and growth, has played a pivotal role in lifting billions out of poverty and elevating the human quality of life. Capitalism's core principle of individual initiative combined with free market dynamics has led to unprecedented progress.
Comparing economic systems: capitalism, monarchy, feudalism, and socialism. Capitalism, a system founded on principles of individual liberty and market-driven dynamics, empowers individuals to pursue their ambitions and generate wealth. This economic model thrives on competition and innovation, where market rivalries drive technological progress and advancements. Through efficient resource allocation guided by supply and demand, capitalism creates an environment of meritocracy, where success is a result of individual effort and value creation. A notable historical example that showcases capitalism's transformative power is the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution, an epochal period in history, was catalyzed by the principles of capitalism. This era witnessed the rise of factories, urbanization, and technological breakthroughs. Capitalism's focus on profit incentives motivated inventors and entrepreneurs to devise novel machines and methods, triggering unprecedented economic growth. Mass production not only increased the availability of goods but also elevated living standards and opened new avenues for prosperity. This shift from agrarian societies to industrialized ones marked a turning point, propelling humanity from a life of subsistence to one of abundance and progress. In the panorama of economic systems, free market capitalism, when practiced within a society founded on rule of law and equal opportunity, has consistently demonstrated its ability to unleash human potential, fuel innovation, and enhance overall societal well-being. Its historical track record in propelling progress and prosperity solidifies its position as a fundamental pillar of modern civilization. Contrasting with capitalism, monarchy presents a system characterized by centralized control vested in a monarch, which limits individual freedoms. This setup often results in stagnation, as the lack of competition hampers technological growth and progress. Wealth tends to be concentrated among the ruling elite, and social mobility is restricted, with opportunities predominantly determined by birthright. Feudalism, an earlier economic arrangement, was marked by serfdom, where peasants were tied to land and lacked autonomy. Economic activity revolved around agriculture, and a clear social hierarchy existed between lords, vassals, and serfs. However, the rigid structure and limited mobility stifled growth and innovation, hindering societal progress. In stark contrast to both capitalism and monarchy, socialism relies on central planning, where the government assumes control over resource allocation. One of its core objectives is the achievement of equitable wealth distribution, driven by the aspiration for equality of outcome. However, the history of socialist experiments is replete with instances of unintended consequences and systemic problems arising from this focus on equality of outcomes. This drive to equalize outcomes has frequently led to inefficiencies that hinder overall economic performance. It's important to note that these observations are not solely derived from a single perspective. Reputable sources have highlighted the pitfalls of socialist economic models. Historical examples offer insight into the challenges that socialism's pursuit of equal outcomes can pose. One such instance is the case of the Soviet Union, which attempted to establish a classless society through centralized planning and state ownership of resources. However, this approach led to significant inefficiencies and shortages of essential goods. The lack of market competition and individual incentives hindered innovation and technological progress, ultimately contributing to economic stagnation. Conservative voices, often critical of excessive government intervention, have highlighted these failures as indicative of broader issues with socialist ideals. They argue that while the intention to ensure everyone's well-being is admirable, the practical implementation of centrally planned economies can stifle individual initiative and entrepreneurship. The absence of personal rewards for exceptional effort can undermine the motivation to innovate and excel. The emphasis on equal distribution also tends to neglect the varying levels of individual drive and ambition. This can lead to a phenomenon known as the tragedy of the commons, where the lack of individual ownership or incentive to excel results in the mismanagement and degradation of shared resources. The absence of market signals and competition in socialist systems further exacerbates this problem. Moreover, the centralized control inherent in socialist models often gives rise to bureaucratic complexities. Decision-making becomes concentrated, and the implementation of policies can be slow and unwieldy. This top-down approach hampers adaptability and responsiveness to changing circumstances, making it difficult to address emerging challenges swiftly. While the pursuit of equal outcomes is a noble aspiration, history and diverse perspectives underscore the potential pitfalls of socialism's focus on these ideals. The inefficiencies, lack of incentives, and bureaucratic challenges associated with centralized planning have been observed in various socialist experiments. As society navigates the complexities of economic systems, it's essential to critically examine both successes and failures to inform constructive dialogue about the best path forward. The comparison of these economic systems highlights the diverse ways in which societies have organized their economic activities. Capitalism's emphasis on individual liberty, competition, and innovation has driven historical events like the Industrial Revolution, leading to remarkable progress. However, each system comes with its own set of advantages and limitations, shaping the course of human development throughout history. The choices is fundamentally between being the master of one's own destiny or be content with a central or social planner deciding your destiny for you.